Okay, here's a different video so that you can see it in the shade. Maybe it's a little nicer. It's a 1964 Bonanza S375. This is considered the fastest one because it was before they increased the weight, but they had done all of the aerodynamic fixes of the late 50s and then early 60s. They came up with this. So you can see this little paint's in great shape. Some of the stripes have faded a little bit. This is Imron paint. It's always been kept inside, except when I'm on trips. A couple little spots. This is where the rocks show up on this side of the wing generally if they're going to get picked up. So there's a couple of nicks. And then, you know, along here, some flaws. Looks great though, just a few feet away even. So I'd say the paint's in great shape. And I like it. It's very unusual. Keep the wind off here. It's got a two-bladed prop. It's got a 550, IO550. With GAMI injectors. It's got a engine monitor, G3 engine monitor insight. It's got new bulbs here. I just had an annual done, new tires. Here it is. S35 personal airliner. No problem with the bladders. It's a real great plane. Always starts on basically the first pull of the engine, which is nice for the starter. No corrosion. It's well lubed. All of the cable swags have been checked and inspected this time around. All the ADs on the tail, all the ADs on the whole plane are kept up with. So, yeah, we have good bushings, beautiful detail, no corrosion whatsoever. These are really clean. This is about as clean as you're going to find for renovators. It's got a 406 ELT inside, which is nice. It's also got ADSB in and out with Stratus system. I just put that in last year. You can kind of see the reflection on the wings. It's pretty. It's not terrible. It's never sat outside other than a day or two at a time. And all right. Let's go inside. All right, so the interior is in great shape. It's old. It's probably 1979, 1980. I put in belts for the front seat occupants. It's got headsets for 6 people. There's 2 seats that are actually in storage back here that can go in the back and they bolt in for kids or smaller people. But I found that insurance is cheaper if you only have 4 seats. Inside, the panel is very 1990s, 2KX 155Bs. This is the new transponder from Stratus, and then it has a remote unit under there. So this is the ADSB in and out. It also makes a Wi-Fi network with your iPad. Normally I run an iPad on the yoke. An iPad mini fits exactly in there, which is nice. It's just a basic steam gauge setup, if you can see. It's got a engine insight, engine analyzer, which is a really, I would never fly a plane without that. I've got a backup GPS here that I'll throw in with the deal. And it's got an autopilot. That's the other thing. It's got an S-Tech 60 that's here, and that is with a yaw damper also. So the S-Tech 60 has you can capture altitude, makes your flying really smooth and easy. It's got a speed slope. It's got a speed slope windshield. GPS antenna. What else do we have? 80 gallons of fuel, so it flies for about, I can easily do 600 miles, 4 hours rather. It's got new curtains. I just put these in. These are really nice on trips. So you can close the curtains, get flight following, and read the New Yorker and watch the engine monitor. So what else? I think that's all that's unusual here. Otherwise, it's pretty straightforward. We fly it a lot. And we love it a lot. So send me an email if you're interested in more info. I think I said it was 500 or 600 hours. I'll have to look at the logs to see what the engine time is. The only damage it's ever had, it does have one engine strike, and that was in 1993 or 4. The tow bar was left on the nose, and it was started up, and it threw the tow bar off, and the insurance paid for a breakdown of a teardown of the engine, and that's when the owner rebuilt the engine back to 0 time. And I can get details about that for you, but that was why the engine's only mid-time, and he used the insurance money to do part of it, and then he just did the rest himself. So everything's nice, everything's clean. The bellies. I just got back from a trip just right now. That's why I'm at the airport, and the belly's super clean, and it's a fun bird. It's been not very expensive to keep, actually. People will tell you beach is expensive, but it's not. That's not been our experience. Give me an email.